Welcome to Choco Millionaire. I am so excited to bring you a live interview today on Saturday, November 23, 2024. A little over a year ago, I interviewed a gentleman on this platform here. He happens to be based in the USA. And in that conversation, he shared how he relocated from Ghana to the United States. We built a relationship from that day and connected, and we did a couple of interviews after that. The good news is that his videos and my interview we did that day and other videos that followed up has brought a lot of opportunities to several other people. Today, I will be speaking with that particular gentleman who I interviewed some time back. And we'll also have the chance to speak to somebody who has benefited directly from his videos or the opportunities there. My name is Choco Millionaire. If today is your first time watching, you're welcome. Let me know where you're watching from in the comment section, and I will acknowledge you there as well. If today is your first time watching as well, make sure you're smashing that like button, subscribe, follow wherever you're connected from. Let me give you a little bit of an excerpt or a reminder of how this happened and the date I interviewed that gentleman.
By my name, people know me by Salasi Otin or Salasi, Mr. O. And my students normally call me Mr. O, Mr. O. So I just created a page, MrO.com.
The students like to call you Mr. O. If you say they
Yeah.
pronounce it Mr. O,
And they don't even pronounce the Otin well. So most of them, they call Mr. O, Mr. O. Yeah.
all right. If it's also Mr. O, Mr. O. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. O.com. Thank you so much. So we are connected with Mr. O.com. Mr. O, what is the location right now in the world?
I'm in the United States of America, specifically North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, so you happen to have connected with me. You made an appointment and then you called me and we're talking about so many things that were
Oh,
around
yeah.
philanthropy
Yeah.
thing that you're doing. Tell
Yeah.
me briefly why you made an appointment to connect with me, first of all. I know we talk about that, but it was around you wanting to help people. Tell me
Yes.
just a bit of that part, if you don't mind.
All right. So some of you remember Mr. O on this platform. That was a long time ago, right? Now let me bring Mr. O on the screen here so we can chat about that particular opportunity there. All right. So, gentlemen, welcome to Choco Millionaire.
Thank you so much, Choco. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. We have another gentleman on the screen there in glasses, Mr. Temitope, aka Mr. Tope. Welcome to Choco Millionaire.
It's a privilege being here. Thank you so much, Mr. O. Thank you so much for seeing you do again.
You're welcome.
Beautiful. So, Mr. O, that video or that first interview I did with you, if you remember the year and the time, do you remember? I don't remember the but do you remember when we did that?
It was 2023.
2023.
Yes, it was
Was there-
2023, February 6th. It was a Monday morning around 9 o'clock. There, it was raining a little bit.
Wow. So almost 2 years
Yeah.
then.
Yes, almost a year.
Wow. When we had our first interview. And in that,
Mm-hmm.
if you remember what we talked about, you shared how you moved from Ghana to the United States.
Yes.
And
And go ahead. Sorry.
then
Sorry
from
to cut
there,
you.
it's been videos upon videos, and you sharing. You have your own platform, social media. You have a YouTube channel as well, where you share opportunities on how to move to the US. Correct?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Mr. O, what state are you in right now?
Currently, I'm in DC.
You are in DC.
Yes.
Mr. Temitope, where are you in the world?
I'm currently in Phoenix, Arizona, USA.
Phoenix, Arizona, United States of America. All right.
Yes.
Now, let's start with you, Mr. O.
Yes, sir.
And what you do. For those who don't know you, what do you do on social media, and how do you help people there? So let's talk to Mr. O. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Oko. As those who are watching for the first time, my name is Mr. O. I'm a math teacher in the United States of America, and I've been here for the past 4 years. And I've been teaching in the high school And I've relocated from Florida to North Carolina, and I'm now in DC. Yes. And I am a content creator as well. I got into this space through Choco Millionaire's page and by the help of other good content creators that he linked me up with. And we've been sharing the good news about teachers' opportunities in the United States, the US government sanctioned program that allow international teachers to come and teach in the United States. So that is what we've been talking about. And on my page, we discuss mindset on anything that has to do with traveling. We discuss it, but I specifically want to deal with teachers. So that is what I've been doing. And I talk about classroom management. We talk about anything that has to pertain to teachers. Yes. So far that's what we've been doing, and it's been good. And by the grace of God, through this page and through the help of others, a lot of teachers have come to the United States through this program that we have talked about. And there are other content creators talking about the same thing. And I've collaborated with some of them to bring these opportunities to our folks in Ghana, in Africa, in Zimbabwe, and all parts of the world. Yes. So that is what I do briefly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. O. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Really
sir.
appreciate it. So that is Mr. O you heard right there. Mr. Temitope, your story is also an interesting one. I sent you a message first when I heard about your story or your journey. And then you sent me a message. Let me see if I can actually show that here. So you sent me a message, and let's see if I can pull that one right here on the screen here for us to enjoy. So I want you to share your story, if you don't mind.
All
Go
right.
ahead and share your story with us. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Choco Millionaire. It's a privilege being here. I got to know about your page. It was my wife that told me that I should check Mr. Choco Millionaire on YouTube. She shared the page with me, and initially I never had the thought of these coming check YouTube videos for relocation. It wasn't really my thing at the time, but my wife was the one that encouraged me. You are a teacher. There are many opportunities out there that you can explore. So he said, I saw one man on YouTube that I should just check him out. He has a lot of content that I can benefit from. So without hesitation, I checked Choco Millionaire. And I would tell anyone who cares to listen and hear, it was a life-changing experience for me. I started getting a lot of interesting content on your page, and boom, at a time, I looked at your past videos, and it was there that I saw the interview you did with Mr. O. It was as if this was too good to be true, that there are opportunities for teachers in the United States of America. I intently watched that video almost 3 times. Then, when I watched that video and saw that truly this is a very big opportunity, I started exploring the whole thing. I made contact with Mr. O, and from there, everything that Mr. O was publishing, both in his YouTube and Facebook, I was following through. And all the things that he said we should do in order to land this teaching opportunity in the USA, I did everything. And by the grace of God, I came to the United States to teach. I landed in the month of September 17, 2024, as a teacher in the United States. So
Wow.
briefly, I know there will still be, that is just a brief of my story from Nigeria
Wow.
to the United States.
What a good wife. Your wife told you to check out my videos, and you did. And lo and behold, you found your own thing there.
Yeah.
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 Let me give a shout out to your wife, wherever she is right now. Madam, if you're watching this video, we're proud of you. That through you, your husband discovered my videos, and through my platform, your husband discovered Mr. O. Big shout outs to you as well, Mr. O. Thank you.
Thank you.
For being part of
Thank
the
you.
journey, Mr. Temitope. Mr. Temitope, we will talk about. So you left Nigeria some few months ago, and you are in the US right now in Phoenix, Arizona, as a teacher.
Yes.
I want us to talk a bit about your journey in Nigeria, so that people can connect with your background there. If you're watching me and you're wondering what's going on today, why am I dressed like this? Hey, this is a gift. This is a gift from one of my followers. Actually, a family that moved from Ghana to Canada recently, and I was just there last night, and I got a package delivered. And when I opened it, it was just beautiful. As if they know that we are in winter. Winter is coming around. It's cold, right? So, and it's looking great. Really, really beautiful.
Yeah,
See that?
yeah, beautiful.
Wow.
Ghanaian smoke, originally from the north, I believe. So I want to appreciate that family there. You and your wife. I'm not sure if I have permission to mention their name. Probably I will do that once they approve that. They sent me this beautiful gift here, and I'm rocking it. So please bear with me. It's a gift. I have to rock it when it is sent to me. If you like it, please comment below. All right. This is not an advert for you to send me a gift to. Please, so don't. If you're not planning to send me anything, don't do so. I'm just appreciating the person who did it. No pressure at all. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mr. Temitope, you are a teacher from Nigeria, and let
They're trying to board now and moving to the plane side. Here is Qatar Airways. Ethiopian Airways is around this side.
Do you remember the date?
Yes, obviously I remember the date. I left Nigeria September 17th. That was
September.
on a Tuesday. September 17th on a Tuesday. So
Okay.
through Abuja, Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja, Nigeria. So I connected through Ethiopia. So from Abuja to Ethiopia, then from Ethiopia, my port of entry in the United States was Chicago. So I landed in Chicago, then from Chicago to Phoenix in Arizona. That was how I did it.
All right. I'm going to play a second clip. Let me know what was happening in here as well and where this was, okay?
Right. It's my window side. It's my window.
Where was this at the time you were in a plane?
Yes, that was in Nigeria as we boarded from Abuja to Ethiopia. So that was inside the plane as I boarded Ethiopian Airlines, connecting through Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to
Thank you very much.
USA.
Let's take a look at this one, too. And where was this?
Yeah, that was my port of entry in the United States, Chicago, Illinois, in USA.
All right.
So I entered USA through Chicago.
All right. Mr. Tope, tell us a bit about you as a teacher back in Nigeria before making a move.
Yeah, I started after my first degree. I started teaching in the year 2001, September 2001. That makes it 23 years now that I've been teaching, and specifically, I've been teaching art. I graduated as an art student. So from then, I've been teaching art, both in secondary school, primary school, and it's been a wonderful journey. It has been a journey that I love so much because my interest first in art as an artist and also as a teacher. So it's been very wonderful. I've been to different schools in Nigeria, both in Lagos, Akure, Abuja, Ibadan, and many other places in Nigeria. So when I got this opportunity, I looked at it that this is another way for me to explore and see the world. So when I got to know about the opportunity from you and Mr. O, it was a dream that came true. And following through on everything that we were told to do by our teacher, Mr. O, even though it was so difficult, looking at the situation in Nigeria, the economic situation in Nigeria, and the conversion rate of the currency, it was difficult. But when you have something as a goal and it burns in your heart, you will do everything possible to make it happen. So I did, for example, starting from getting all the required documents ready, your transcript evaluation. That was the first big hurdle that I had to cover, because transcript, before you can be considered at all in the United States, they have to know whether your degree is at par with what they have in the United States. So you have to do what is known as transcript evaluation. And there are companies that have been sanctioned all over the world to do this transcript evaluation. So I did it. And after that, I got other documents that were necessary, like police reports, get some certifications from Teachers Regulation Council in Nigeria, and some other major documents. But the major one was that transcript evaluation. And after I did all those things, I started applying in all the agencies that are in charge, that the United States the United States agency are sanctioned to bring teachers from other parts of the world to the US. So all these agencies, they are there that you will have to apply to. So I started applying. When I got that transcript evaluation, I started applying. I applied to nearly all of them. At a time when I was expecting that, let me be called, I didn't get some rejection. Some will say, we are sorry, we don't take teachers from your country. Some will reply, some would not even bother to reply. So I got on the edge at the time, and I was so worried. But one thing that had been my help was that when I set something as a goal, I don't I don't look back. I always have that positive mind that it will happen. Do you know one thing I did? When I was starting with this whole thing, I had to print the map of the United States. I printed it on an A2 paper, and I pasted it at a very strategic place in my room, in my bedroom, so that whenever I wake up, that will be the first thing that I will see on the wall. And lo and behold, that thing really helped me. It is called vision board. So when I see it, I will look at it. USA, I will get there. You are inviting me and I'm coming there. So that thing really kept me going, even when things were tough. Some of the interviews that I did, I had to do them right there in the night. And because of the light situation in Nigeria, sometimes I will have to stay over where I work and do everything in the night. I won't come home just for me to be able to do all these things that are requested of me. So it was a tough journey. Like Mr. O used to say, it is not something for the faint-hearted. You really had to be determined. You had to be committed to the whole thing before you can succeed in it. And I thank God for the inspirations coming from Mr. O and you. I followed through. All the things, one of the things that I brought to the US was a book. I will show you the book here. This book, it has been the record of everything that I was learning, both on your channel and on Mr. O's channel. I was writing everything down. Even the hot seats that Mr. O was presenting, I would get the questions and write them down. Then, after writing them down, getting all the analysis from the guests, then I will also go to ChatGPT and type those questions. And from there, I will get a variety of answers to those questions, interview questions, what to do in the classroom, how you can bring your lessons to your students. All those things. I wrote everything down. I didn't bring any other book from Nigeria. This was the only book I brought from Nigeria because it means a lot to me. I could use it to inspire others to never to give up, that the opportunity in the US is real. Do not doubt it. It is very, very real. So maybe as the interview goes on, I will tell more stories.
Opportunities are real.
Yes.
Don't doubt it. When you first saw my interview with Mr. O, you were like, is this true? Because it sounded too good to be true. Now you're confirmed that you've tasted it and you're telling people that the opportunities here are real and people should not doubt it. Real. You were in Nigeria some few months ago. Now you are in Phoenix, Arizona as a teacher. Thank you so much for sharing your story. How I got to know, myself and Mr. O were just vibing, and he said, Choco, do you know how many of your followers have come to USA because of that interview we did and the opportunities that we keep sharing? I said, what are you talking? He said, a lot too. Then he started mentioning names. So if you are there and you are watching me and you know my video, Mr. O's videos, has brought you to the US and you haven't reached out, no wahala. Mr. Topper, thank you for stepping forward and say you want to share your story for people to know. Okay. God bless you. God bless you so much. Mr. O, so
Yes, sir.
you've just been watching him. How has it been? How was it like working with him from the beginning? If you remember the first time he reached out to you, your memories. What do you remember about that first time he reached out to you?
Thank you so much, Oko. I remember so well. Mr. Temi, in fact, when I went back to my phone, because I changed phones, I lost some of the messages, the first messages he sent me, but I have as far back as May 20th. That is this year, because I changed my phone at that point. And I remember his name so well. His name never left my memories. He will buzz my phone. He will be sending me. Sometimes you wake up and like, why is this man even stressing me? You know, and you feel like you don't want to answer, but I saw the resilience. I saw the never give up spirit, and I'm like, you know what? You never know. Just one life changed will change a lot of other lives. So let me just help. And Choco, at that time, I wasn't even doing any booking. People can just come to my phone, they'll be calling, they'll be sending. And Mr. Temi is one person. Even when I don't reply, sometimes there are days I don't reply. He'll be patient, he doesn't get angry. The next time he will send it, he say, hello, sir. I still want to remind you of this one, sir, and I'll go back. There are some messages I read and I say, hello, Mr. O, thank you so much for all you are doing. That's how he begins his messages. Then he will put his request. I am an art teacher. My wife said I should contact you. And I'm like, so this man, won't you stop? Because he's told me about the agencies that say they are not taking teachers from Nigeria. So I'm like, okay, so that should end it. But then no, he kept coming. And the day he sent me the message that he got a school, I was so happy. I said, I cannot even jump. I don't know what to do. I want to jump for it. That was exactly what I said. I said, I can't jump enough for you. I'm so happy you got it, you know.
Wow.
And he's been, as he said, he was the few things he was said, he said, I had a vision board. I had a vision board. And as the Bible, we as Christians, so the Bible tells us, make it plain on a tablet. Though it tarries, it will what? It will definitely come to pass. And that is exactly what he did. He never gave up. He never gave up. And he had a vision in mind and he said, this is where I'm going. And one thing also he said that I wrote here, he said the hot seat videos that we did. He took his time, watched all of them, and he was making his own note because he was one person who will not call me about. He will call and it's like the question is direct to some specific thing. Or like those who come, oh, Mr. O, please guide me. Oh, Mr. O, do this for me. I said, no. He will come, Mr. Oh, so this one, how do you go about it? Because you realize that he has watched the video, he had questions, and he came with that specific question, you know? And that is what we keep telling people. If you want the hot seat, he said he used ChatGPT. I was so happy you said that because recently, this very week, I was talking about EdTech tools, educational tools that teachers can use to make their life easy and the life of their children, their students and learners easy. And ChatGPT was one video that I did. I said, you can use it to do anything. It's a game changer for in education. And I'm glad you used that, even when we had not even talked about it on my platform. You used it to, further your, or deepen your understanding of things and how to go about it. And lo and behold, you are in United States of America. Welcome home, as I always tell everyone.
Thank you.
Of home. Wow, so many things I picked from there. Determination from Mr.
Yeah,
Me,
yeah.
very determined. You never gave up, even when
Mhm.
you were told that by some of the agencies, I'm sorry, we don't hire teachers from your country, Nigeria. You never gave up. You went ahead. You worked with Mr. O. You were humble, and you kept approaching using the right communication. You started off messaging him by saying, "Thank you, I appreciate you for all you do." Which is something that is missing in a lot of our conversations today. When people reach out to you, they are more entitled. They feel like they deserve your time. They demand it. They don't even know how to appreciate you. But you didn't start off like that. You start off by appreciating him for what he's done and what he continues to do. And it opened up the door for you to access his chamber, right? So thank you so much. And your wife, you can mention your wife and how your wife played a key role. Without mentioning your wife's last name, if there is a special name you call your wife, can you just acknowledge your wife in this video today?
All right. Excuse me. Fortunately, my wife and I, we have the same name. She also bears Temitope.
Okay.
So,
Temitope Square. Please, so Temitope Square in Abuja right now, right?
yes.
In Abuja. Okay. I've been there before. I've been to Abuja, Kubwa before. So that Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport. I've used it before too. So anyway, when I come there, Temitope Square, you cook something for me to eat when I come to Nigeria. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
your role played in making sure that this thing that you saw, you share with your husband, and today your husband is here. Now, you talked about, Mr. Temitope, you talked about the process. The most stressful part being your transcript evaluation. Then you also talked about the interview process and how you were learning from the interview. Um, Mr. O talked about the hot seat videos and how he uses those videos to equip followers who are interested in embarking on this journey. Some of you watching right now, you are lost. You are lost in the sense that this video is grammar that is foreign to you. You don't understand what is hot seat. What are they talking about? Hot seat videos. What is this guy talking about? Transcript evaluation. It's foreign to you. Today is your first time. No wahala. If you're a brand new person on my channel and you're watching for the first time, no problem. You will be brought up to speed. Just like Mr. Temitope, when he first saw my video, he had to go back and watch some of the old videos. And those of you who have also been seeing this man, Mr. O, and you have been ignoring, you never followed because you thought he's just talking. I hope today you take it serious. Are you following Mr. O right now across a social media platform? Probably not. Are you a subscriber on his YouTube channel? Probably not. Mr. O, if you can just in the comment section link your YouTube channel there, I will appreciate that. I want you to go and follow him if you know a teacher who is looking for an opportunity to teach overseas, especially in the USA. You might want to share this video with your friends who are teachers, ladies, guys, whoever you know who is a teacher. Share this video. Tell them to follow Mr. O. All right. Tell them to follow Mr. O. Tell them to subscribe to his channel. Go on his YouTube channel right now if you can. Look in the comment section. Let me know, Mr. O, if you've done that in the comment section. That way I can tell them to look at that. Okay.
Okay.
Go on YouTube and type MrO.com. .com is spelled DOTCOM. DOTCOM. All right. DOT, D for darling, O for Oscar, T for Tom or Thomas, C for Charlie or Canada, O for Oscar, M for Mango or Mary. .com, Mr. And then you leave the space there. You type O, you leave a space, and then you type .com. On YouTube, look for him right now if you can. Subscribe. Check the comment section as well. He's going to put his YouTube channel name there. Look for it on YouTube. Subscribe. And don't just subscribe. Hit the notification bell to allow notifications for you to see everything. When he posts his hot seat videos, watch them. Some of his videos are a bit long. Watch them. That is where he's teaching all the tools, the resources you need for free. If you don't spend your data watching this, I promise you, you'll have to pay several millions of naira to somebody as an agent to do this for you. You have to pay several thousands of Ghana cedis to somebody for them to do this for you for free. Or you may have to pay several thousands of. There are people who have been scammed to the tune of about $20,000 wanting to travel to the US for opportunities like this. And some of these are available today if you're just connecting with the right people. I've done my part by bringing Mr. O to you. He's just generous enough with information and resources, and he keeps sharing them. And today, Mr. Temitope is here. That transcript evaluation, I won't spend too much time going into all the details there. I know Mr. O has videos on each of them, how to do a transcript evaluation, how to do this, how to do this, how to do this. Take your time and watch his old video. Mr. O, there was one interview we did with one of the big agencies that you work with in the USA. If you have that with you there, I'd like you to just play an excerpt from your phone for people to watch that. Those of you who remember that interview that we did some months ago, probably somewhere last year, when we interviewed Mr. Topaz, he himself and then Mr. O, and we talked about all the opportunities, the requirements, what you need as a teacher to come in and teach. Do you have it ready?
Yes.
Okay. If you can play that for me. And you Mr. Temitope, as is getting it ready, your highest level of education in Nigeria as a teacher at that time, you said you have a university degree, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, which institution?
I have my bachelor's degree in art education from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, in Nigeria. So
Obafemi Awolowo University, that's OAU, right?
OAU, yes.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then you went to teaching. You've been teaching for 23 years, from 2001, correct?
2001, yes.
Good. And what do you teach right now in the US?
Yeah, I teach art. I was employed as an art teacher.
Good.
So even at the time when when I was going through the whole thing, some agencies that I applied to, some of them will not even talk about art, because art is actually not as in demand like math, physics, or special education, but schools still need art teachers. So I did not allow that to discourage me. I kept on applying. I kept on searching for whoever will say yes to an art teacher. So, and Mr. O kept assuring me that, see, there is need for art teacher. That he knew some school districts that had to make their art teacher to teach in 2 schools. So I remember that, and that kept me going, that there is an opportunity for me. So when I got the opportunity, it's the period the employment period in the US was almost closing, as at the time when I still had not got any interview. But it just came, I would say, at the die minute. I just saw, I know I kept checking my email. I was monitoring like my email. So I just saw the email. There was a day I came back from work in the evening. I was tired. I was a little bit down. But just checking my mail, I saw the invitation on my mail. And it was as if what I was seeing was not true. So I had to show, I rushed and showed it to my wife. And my wife was so happy. So I immediately I replied the email that I was ready. And the date, I put the date in mind. I started preparing, did a lot of preparation for the interview. And lo and behold, when the interview came, do you know, I even had to borrow a laptop, made sure that nothing will, nothing will happen. No electricity will not be a problem. So I didn't use my house. I had to stay back. And I made sure that everything that will come as a question, I had them ready. So when the interview day came, it was the principal of the school and the assistant principal that interviewed me. And during the interview, it was just like a conversation. It was more of a conversation than a question and answer, because the questions they were asking me, I would give them examples. Sometimes there was one that the principal asked me that how would I make art? How does art, how will I make art to be relevant to the students without just studying art, drawing or painting? How will it be relevant? How would they see it as relevant to them? So I put it back that in everything that we do, for example, the clothes you are wearing, what made you to pick the clothes when you were buying, and maybe when you wanted to buy the clothes? You know, it is because something appealed to you. It was your sense of creativity that appealed to you, that, okay, this is the one I want. Or if you go to a supermarket, you don't just pick any object from the shelf. You look at the packaging will attract you, the color will attract you in your choice of whatever product you want to pick. That is art. That is how art helps us. The sense of color, sense of beauty, sense of appreciation for nature. It helps us to be able to appreciate everything that we see around us. And they were just nodding their head.
Yeah, this
And
here. Question where they ask you, when you give them philosophical, creative answer like that.
they were just nodding their head. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, the interview lasted for about almost an hour, but it was a blast. Do you know, immediately after the interview, I had to send a message to them that I appreciated them for the opportunity to interview with them. And if there is any question that they still need from me, I'm ready to
Wow, you did a follow up.
answer them. Yes. So a lady that I also followed online, she also is an international teacher. She was the one that I got that idea from, that after you interview with someone, make sure you send a follow-up message, a thank you message. Thank you for the opportunity to interview with you. I have been able to learn this from the interview and appreciate your time. Do you know, immediately after that email got to them, the principal replied me that we are giving you the job. I was so happy. It was one of the happiest days in my life. I will tell you, I was so happy. And since then, everything from one to the other, just started falling in, and it even got to a time that fund to come to the US was another problem. But like I told you, I had this thing in mind that once God has made this opportunity open to me and I was able to see the opportunity, then the way to do it will not be a problem. Though it was hard, but God came to my rescue. And I will say thank you to all the people that helped me along the way to get the needed fund to come to the US. So that is just the price of determination. When you determine that this thing, I've held it, I won't let go.
Amen.
And that was what really helped me in everything.
Amen.
And when I even got to the US, a lot of interesting things happened.
We'll talk about that in one more. Mr. O, wow. I like the practicality of the interview and how he shared the highlight of how he answered one of the questions there. I was just smiling. I like it. He was prepared for this, and he had the wisdom to also answer the right way. What type of visa do you hold, Mr. Temitope?
Yes, I have J1 visa.
J1 visa.
J1, yes.
All right. And how many months have you been teaching now?
This is my second month.
Your second month, so you're still brand new.
Yes, brand new.
We'll talk about the transition from a Nigerian classroom to an American class. We'll talk about that in a bit. Okay. Can you tell me a bit about your interview process for US appointment and all of that? How long did it take you to get an appointment day? Because I hear that appointment now is a hot cake now. You cannot get appointments. So tell me about yours. How was it like?
Yeah. When you follow those, like in Nigerian parents, they would say, follow no road. When you follow those who have been there before you and you do not leave anything to chance, it will help you. Mr. O did not only talk about the teaching opportunities. He also highlighted how you can prepare for interviews, things you need to get ready, how you can do a lot of things. So I followed all the instructions that Mr. O gave in his platform. So as I was applying for the visa interview, the date I applied in August. So they gave me like December 2024 as the date for the interview.
December 2024, meaning you are supposed to still be in Nigeria waiting for your.
Be in Nigeria now.
So tell me, what happened? How did you manage to change dates?
So when I saw the date, I got to know that, okay, after just apply first, they will give you any date. Then after giving you any date, you can now apply with your DS 2019. That's the certificate of eligibility to teach in the US. When they give you that with your DS 2019 and the application form and all the necessary documents, you can now use that one to apply for an expedited appointment. So that was exactly what I did when I got that date. So I applied for an expedited emergency appointment, and with the help of God, I was given August 21st.
Beautiful.
So August.
What month did you get your job offer?
Yeah, I got my job offer in July.
So you got your job offer in July 2024?
Yes.
And the following month, August 2024, you had your interview.
Yes.
So all of this within 1 month?
Yes.
Good. And the first day you remember submitting your application for teaching jobs in the USA, do you remember the month and the year?
Yeah, I started putting in application in September 2023.
So September 2023, you started putting application through, and then your job offer came in July 2024.
Yes.
So almost a year.
Yes.
Of applying and getting rejections, and we don't hire, and then eventually it landed. So the reason why I'm emphasizing this is that I want you to know that it's not a slam dunk, one shot applied and you get it. Some people might get it right away. Some of you may need to apply, and get it. Mr. O recently reached out to me, sent me a message on WhatsApp and said, Choco, this particular place, they are desperately looking for a teacher. Do you have anybody you can share it with? I said, yes, I will share. That's what we are doing right now. We are sharing the opportunity. Mr. O has all the information. Mr. Temitope, hopefully, Mr. Temitope can get time to be appearing on Mr. O's hot seat in his videos so that they can share more of the experience. We can capture everything in this interview just to make sure it's not too long. But definitely there's an opportunity for you to get a lot more if you connect with Mr. O and then Mr. Temitope. Now, I'd like you to talk about the visa process for you. Sorry, the interview. When you went, some people say I almost peed in my pants. I was scared, nervous. Your own. Please briefly tell us how your own were. What you're comfortable talking about. Just tell us about your kind of questions they ask, how you prepared, and all that. Briefly talk us through it, okay?
Yeah. I live, anybody who knows Nigeria we understand this better. I live in Abuja, in Nigeria, but the appointment I was given was in Lagos, Nigeria. And at that time, transportation from within Nigeria by road, it's very, very difficult and dangerous. But I had no choice. I had to take that opportunity. So when I got to Lagos, just to make it short, when I got to Lagos, if you see how people were, the people that came for interview, and I was given 6:30 a.m. That was my time of interview, 6:30 a.m. But before getting there, if you see the crowd of people. So eventually, when I got inside the interview room, I will tell you, all the people that were interviewed before me were given rejection. Rejection, rejection, rejection. But I was resolute. I did not really let that affect me. So when the lady that interviewed me asked me, okay, you're welcome. Why are you here? Immediately, I told her that I got an opportunity to teach art in the United States, in Phoenix, Arizona, through the J1 opportunity. And I mentioned the name of the school, mentioned the name of the district, all the questions. As she was asking me the questions, okay, she asked me about how did you get to know about the program? I said, through a friend who currently works in the US. I answered that. And okay, so what do you teach? I said, I teach art. I'm an art teacher. Okay. So as she was asking all those questions, she was also making her notes. And all the questions she asked me questions on the classroom. Okay. It didn't even stay up to 2 minutes. Said, okay, let me have your DS 2019. Let me have your passport. Your visa will be ready. I was so happy. So just like Mr. O said in one of his videos, that see, this opportunity, when you know what you have, be bold. Do not let any side attraction, anything that is happening around you, do not let them affect you. Your situation is different from any other person. So, and with the experience as a teacher, I used that opportunity and all the things that I have gathered, all the videos I have learned from. So I've been able to learn that, number one, your confidence, the way you answer them. Don't leave answers on the table, or don't leave the interviewer. Don't give that interviewer the chance to be the one to be asking you the next question, the next thing to say. For example, when the interviewer asked me, why are you here? Some of the people that interviewed before me will say, I'm here to get my visa interview. To me, From that, the person knows that you are not confident. But immediately that she asked me that question, I started giving, not to give too much, but I gave all the necessary information that she would need without being the one to prompt me for answers. So that was what I did, and it really satisfied her. So said your visa will be ready in 3 days. So congratulations.
Wow. Are you enjoying this live interview? If yes, smash and destroy that like button. It's free. Hit it right now. Make sure you are sharing this video because now somebody will share with Mr. Temitope see am. If person no share, you know, go day US today. All you can do to support this platform, hit the share button, drop it in your WhatsApp groups, drop it and share with your friends. I know you got a lot of enemies. You don't want to share with some of them, but just share them. Somebody live will be blessed. Somebody will be reaching out tomorrow saying that I saw your video on this platform and I diligently followed Mr. O. I followed the things that Mr. Temitope and Cole shared, and I am here. You see that? So that's all I want you to do. Hit the subscribe button right now. Go on YouTube and look for MrO.com. This is the name you're looking for on YouTube. You see him there? Yeah, with the American flag in the background there. That's him there. On YouTube, go and be a part of the community. It's free to subscribe. Go on YouTube right now and subscribe. Go on YouTube and hit the notification bell. He even has a community there with a join button. Those of you who want to get more private with him, you probably want to be in his private community as well. A lot of you will be reaching out to him. He's busy as well, but those of you who will be very diligent, following the steps that he lays out, you will be blessed. So I encourage you, all right? If you send me an email in my inbox telling me, help me connect to Mr. I won't mind you. I've told you already, no be arrogance. I'm just telling you. I don't see why you will not follow him when it's free to follow. You're on social media watching TikTok and then burning your data. Use your data wisely in the name of Jesus. You go use them wisely this time around. Use your data wisely. Within 1 year, he discovered my video. Within 1 year, he's in the USA. And I never had to even talk to him. From the day he started watching my video to the day I never had to talk to this man, Mr. Temitope. The only time I got to know was when he arrived in the USA and Mr. O told me, do you know how many of your followers have come to the US because of the videos we do? And I said, really? And today he's here. You see that? So I want you to take that action. Share with your friends who are teachers and tell them there are opportunities all over the world, only if they are willing to do the work of listening, watching the videos, and doing the research. All right. Thank you so much. I want us to talk about the transition to the classroom and the support you got in the last 2 months that you arrived. It's not easy teaching abroad, all right? Mr. O himself has been helping a lot of the international teachers there, helping some of them to buy cars. It can be difficult using the buses, trying to figure out your way around and all of that. Mr. O, that's something you do. You help people. I see you post videos where you're helping teachers buy cars. Some of the accidents cars you pick, and then you work them out cheap, and then you help them get it, flexible payment and all of that. Let's talk about Mr. Temitope's support that he got. When you came, teaching in the class will not be easy. Moving around, finding bus, I sure say it will not be easy. I'm sure Arizona cost you some dizzying a little bit, moving around, figuring things out. How much of the support did you get from Mr. O, friends, or even your school? Did they support you in any way? If you like to talk about that.
Yeah. Let me start with the agency that I came with. The agency actually made arrangements for pickup at the airport right before even getting, while I was still in Nigeria. The communication between me and the agency, they started giving me all the necessary things that I needed to put in place. Before getting to the US, they made sure that I got my residence. So I got my apartment in the US before getting to the US. It was the help of the agency. Then I also, when I got to the US, to Phoenix, the agency arranged for who will pick me at the airport. You know, there was something funny that happened at the airport as I was waiting for the person that was to pick me. So I wanted to sit with on a seat waiting for my ride. Some people were just looking at me as if, oh, could it be someone who will rob us or something? But lo and behold, when the lady that came to pick me came in a white SUV, and we greeted each other, and I put my load in the car, they were just looking at me as if, oh, this is a celebrity that came in. So it was a very warm reception that I was giving. And right there, it was on that day that I came to the US. The agency arranged. I got I got a US phone number. I got a phone, and I started making all necessary arrangements for fingerprinting, the necessary documentation right there, the first day of arrival in the US. So I will say thank you so much to the agency that actually brought me. And the school, when you could not just go to the classroom without getting cleared, maybe from the police, your fingerprints, just to know that you do not have any criminal record. Everything has to be sorted out before you could even approach the school district, talk less of the school. So when everything came through, I went to the school district, and the reception they gave me, it was so warm. And when I got to the school, finally, the principal, she has been so wonderful. Honestly, I will tell you, she has been so wonderful. She arranged for who will drop me, give me ride, and drop in my apartment after the school that day. Then I will tell you, since then, the staff member in that school have been bringing me and taking me back to my apartment on daily basis. And I will tell you, that is a lot that the school did for me. And the staff in that school, they are very, very wonderful. Very, very wonderful. Oh, Mr. T, that's what the children call me, because like Mr. O too, my name was hard for them to pronounce. So I just told them, call me Mr. T. So Mr. T, oh, do you need a ride, Mr. T? This is how this is done. This is how you will do this. The reception, the help has been very wonderful in the school district. I mean, the school itself and this district. So I would say the support has been very, very phenomenal. And like I know all these things, anybody that has not been following Mr. O should please do so, because he is a teacher par excellence. All these things, he highlighted all of them. Where if it comes to arrival, this is what you will do. Before you can go to the school district, you have to get all these things done. I know all those things, and I follow them through. So it wasn't so difficult for me to know the next thing to do after completing one step, because I have learned all of them from Mr. O's channel. So right now, I will tell you that the support is very, very overwhelming. Although the class, like before I came, they said that the students in the US, though they are not like the students we teach back in Africa and Nigeria, but in this school, something very wonderful happens there. The children are very eager to learn, although you may see some few ones that are maybe as if you are pushing them to come to school. But majority of them, they love to learn. They love to learn. They love art. Maybe because it is art. They love art. They love to learn. I would say I've been enjoying my time in the school.
Thank you very much. Appreciate. And what class are you teaching? What grade?
Yeah, it's an elementary school. So I teach from kindergarten to 5th grade.
To 5th grade. All right.
Yes.
So much. Thank you so much for sharing your story there. If you're watching this and you would like to share your own story on my platform, because you've been blessed in one way or the other, you can do so. Okay. Send me an email, chocomillionaire@gmail.com. My channel name, Choco Millionaire, altogether at gmail.com. You can't get it wrong. Choco Millionaire, altogether at gmail.com and put a subject that you'd like to share your story. If possible, write a brief description of your story, and then I will reach back to you. My team will reach back to you there. You can share your story on my platform, just like he's doing right now. Really appreciate all of you for watching. This beautiful outfit here is a gift. It's a gift from a wonderful family from Ghana. I received it yesterday, so I decided to wear it. This is a smock from Ghana. The wife is a nurse in Canada, and then the husband just joined with the children. And I was just there, and then I got this sent to my platform, my address, thanks to my PA who coordinated all of this, and I'm wearing this. So thank you so much, that family. They like to remain anonymous, so I won't mention their name, but they know themselves. You are somewhere in the Toronto North area thereabout. God bless you so much, Daddy, your wife, and your children for sending this beautiful gift to me. All right, so we're going to have to end this interview. I know you guys want more. We'll probably do a part 2 of it. I have a funeral to attend in the next 30 minutes. We lost a Ghanaian woman here, a very important woman in our cycle community here. So we're going to support with the burial today. She'll be buried today. So unfortunately, we'll have to cut this interview today, and we'll join you another time. Final words to you before I come to Mr. Temitope. Mr. O, final words.
Choco, thank you so much. I think Mr. Temi's story is one that has to be told in full. So, as you said, there will be a part 2 because there are so many things I am learning myself, and I just want to encourage him and everyone watching. If you're in Nigeria, don't be despaired. Don't think because one agency says they don't take teachers from your country, you have given up. No, just keep applying and make sure you are also conversant with the timeline. As Choco said, somebody may get it in the morning, somebody may get it in the afternoon. He had to wait for the whole year. And I keep saying, even in July, even in August, people got their appointments. So don't give up. Just keep doing what you have to do. And as you are on my page, let's keep learning. Interact with me if you want. If you want to have a one-on-one conversation, you can click on the booking button, book a session, and let's have a conversation, a deeper one, and you'll be here in no time. Thank you, Joko.
Thank you so much, Mr. Temitope. Now you go get the final word. But before that, yeah, so as you get that appointment with the salary and stuff, if you compare it, is it worth it?
It is worth it. Really, it is worth it because when you compare the situation back in Nigeria, it is getting more difficult by the day, and right here, the school district maybe is the general they pay twice in a month, unlike in Nigeria where it is monthly that you get paid. So when I got my first pay, it was as if, well, this is so early. So I wasn't expecting it when it came, but we thank God it is totally different. I would say it is totally different.
If you were given a chance to make this decision again, would you choose coming to teach in the US?
Oh, and anytime I will choose to come to teach in the US. It's been a very wonderful opportunity.
All right. I want you to speak to anybody who is a teacher and probably has also been looking for opportunities like this right now. Not just in Nigeria, in Ghana, Cameroon, everywhere, Kenya, wherever you're watching from, speak to them right now. Anybody watching now?
Yeah, what I would say is that do not overlook any opportunity that comes to you. When I got to know about this opportunity, I saw it as too good to be true. But I made my diligent research. I did not just stop at the first video that I saw. I started digging, looking backwards to all the old videos, both Choko's video and Mr. O's video. I started looking, I watched from the beginning. I watched everything, even the one that you may think is not necessary, you will gain something from that video. That was exactly what I did. And I was able to get the robust knowledge of all the things that I needed to do in order to get this teaching appointment in the US. So I will encourage you, please not fired out by rejection. Maybe you've been on it and you have been rejected. You've not even got any reply from all the agencies you've been applying to. Do not give up. Even if you don't get it the first year, I know some people on Mr. O's platform that got this thing after 3 years. So we should not give up. We should continue have it as a goal. Set it in your mind. Do something that we keep reminding you that this goal, I must achieve it. And when you have that in your mind, it will keep you to do more, in the aspect of that goal, towards that goal. And with God by your side, it will happen, just as it happened to me. I encourage everyone, please keep on watching these two gentlemen. They have a lot that will bless your life. Please do. I appreciate you, Choco Millionaire. I appreciate you, Mr. O. I can't thank you people enough. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
God bless you, Mr. Temitope. Your wife as well, Temitope in Abuja. God bless you as well. Thanks for watching. You made the time, an hour now, and you've been watching. God bless you. Those of you who have subscribed to Mr. O's YouTube channel, God bless you as well. And come back and share the testimonies in the next few months or year. All right. And make sure you're also booking appointments to also speak with him, and then figure out what you need to do to get yourself over there as well. All right. And if you'd like to also be on this platform to share your story, send an email to chocomillionaire@gmail.com. If you look at the description box of my YouTube channel, that's where it's there, chocomillionaire@gmail.com, and briefly describe your story or put your story in writing there, and I'll be in touch with you. God bless you, and thanks for watching. Don't forget, share this video with your friends as well. And God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.